What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing? Blavity. Blavity's run by a black woman. And somebody, I was on the Collie. Shouts out to the Collie, the best message board on the internets. I don't know about that, but it's pretty high up. It's pretty good. They banned me a lot. Somebody posted this article from Blavity. Why I believe 90% of black men are sexist and misogynistic. I said what I said. By Ryan A. Sorrell, a.k.a. Ryan Shine. There is an attack on straight black men. There just is. You can deny it. You can say it. Uncle Hotep, you smoking on that gas again. No, there is an attack on straight black men. And they're doing it on. They're doing it on all faces. Social media, whatever. And what I want to tell black men, it's time for y'all to stand up for your ideas. It's time to stand up for what you believe in. It's been time to stand up. You can't sit there and play the sidelines and say, "Oh, just ignore it," and this, that, and the third. No, y'all should have had a boycott on Blavity yesterday, whenever this article came out, a couple months ago. You should have had this out. No, man, this has to stop. Y'all understand the pen is mightier than the sword. You see what I'm saying? The pen is mightier than the sword. You have to control what goes in your eyes and your ears, and what other people's eyes and ears. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand now. Imagine if Resist replaced black men with black women on this article, and you see how upset they would get. Black women know that you have to control the media in your favor. They won't let that happen. But black men are letting this happen. Listen to your uncle, black men. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. My akatas, my shines, my black Americans, my fellow African Americans, if you want to go that route. This has to stop. Look, this is unreal, man. Yes, I said it. No, I don't know you personally. No, I don't care if it hurts your feelings or makes you feel insulted. The first time I was told that I had sexist and misogynistic tendencies was around this time last year. I was outraged. I couldn't believe someone would call me that. Kind of like a white person acts when you call them racist. You can't go to the second paragraph. The second paragraph. They always got to bring up white folks. Black people can't talk about anything. These black millennials cannot talk about anything without bringing in white folks. That's what they compare their life to. It's embarrassing. I even asked a few of my homies. I went something like this. Hey, bro, do you think I'm sexist, do you? Homie, what? Hell nah, man. Cool, I didn't think so. Keisha just tripping, bro. The fact I asked multiple of my guy friends if I was sexist or misogynistic to let you know how blind I was to my toxic words and actions. After all, I didn't hate women. I didn't call them B-word. I supported women's rights. In fact, I said things like, black women are the vanguard of the movement. And I could even recite a few Audre Lorde quotes. I don't know who Audre Lorde is. I'll have to look it up. But I don't know what that has to do with anything. I was certain that I was embodying a true black revolutionary. Hold on. Y'all need to stop with these movements. You need to stop with just talking about this black revolutionary. There's nothing revolutionary about protesting and everything else. It's been done before. You know what I mean? You bourgeois blacks need to stop. If you want to help the poor blacks, you help them be successful like you are. You don't run around talking about white folks this, white folks that, white folks did this, white folks did that. You know, the whole premise behind this talented 10th that W.E. Du Bois championed was y'all was supposed to go out, get your degrees, then come back and help the people back in the community. Y'all don't, you're still not doing it. You're going out, getting these degrees, then you're sitting online while you outside the hood, and then you're talking about what the hood should do, and then telling them to complain about white folks. This is what happens, man. I can't even. Anyway. And for someone to call out my misogyny made me feel insecure and guilty. I masked these deep-rooted feelings by expressing anger and slandering the women who named my thoughts and behaviors, rather than attempting to understand why she made her statement. When I finally grew the courage to ask someone who I knew would tell me the blatant, honest truth, a radical black woman and lifelong friend of mine, she gave me a short checklist that sounded something like this. Do you call women by dehumanizing names like bitch, hoe, female, etc.? Do you abide by the bro code? Like, what does bro code have to do with, you think women don't have a women code? What's wrong with y'all? Do you take advantage of women emotionally and sexually? Do you love all women? Including gay, trans, unattractive, dark-skinned, etc. women? Trans aren't women, man. Transgender are transgender. They're not. Trans woman is a trans woman. They're not a woman. Do you speak over women or use your male privilege to dominate discussions? Do you fetishize, objectify, or sexualize the bodies of women? These are the same women that get ass implants, but that's neither here nor there. And breast implants. But I guess they're getting that for themselves. They're doing that to against other women, but do you call your friends or family out when they make impressive statements and actions? Well, the list was certainly not extensive and all encompassing. Of the toxicity in the way in which I viewed the world. It was truly a realization for me. To my black brothers, we have to understand, for the majority of us, the values and forms we respect, we internalized growing up, we permeated by a hyper-masculine, sexist, misogynistic culture, and we will continue to perpetrate these behaviors unless we consciously and actively work to identify and rid ourselves of them. Pick up a book. Remember our black queer feminist heroes. In some articles, and engage in discussions about feminism with other black men. Whatever we have to do to learn without being at the expense of our sisters' emotional labor. I say 99% of black men are sexist and misogynistic, but not because we are any more guilty than men of other races, not even because it's probably true. Because as a black man, I'm most concerned how it continues to impose violence upon our women and plague our communities, relationships, and liberation movements. We are much better than this, my brothers, and let's act like it. First comment. Nigga, please! Look at the first comment. Yo, I'm in tears, man. Look at the first Facebook comment. Oh man. Look at it. Listen. This is sickening. It really, really is. It really, really is. Like I said, black men have to stand up, man. This is a concerted effort here. you might say it's not going to affect me, but it's going to affect your children and stuff like that. You know, you have to make a stop of it. You just have to. Guys like this that want to cater and pander to these leftist women are a danger. You know, I don't think there's any sexual. You know, black community is a matriarchy. I mean, the majority of black men grow up in single parent homes. You know, if this guy wanted to ask somebody, he should have asked his mother. Is he misogynistic? You know, not ask these radical black femmes. Of course, what do you think a radical black femme is going to, if you ask her, are you sexist or misogynistic? What do you think she's going to tell you? She's going to tell you yes, whether she know you or not. Because she thinks all men are sexist and misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? So, Ryan, you're a shine. You're a buffoon. You're a... Look at this guy, man. Man, who's his father? Let me get out of here. Anyway, this Uncle Hotep. I'm out, man. Get this stuff out of here. Black man, you got to stand up. Listen to your uncle. Peace.